Hello, students. Yes, so we shall proceed with the next capital market securities, which is available in the prevailing Indian market. So we are done with equity, preference, and debentures bonds, right? So in this video, I'll be explaining on depository receipts. Under depository receipts, you have American depository receipts and global depository receipts. These two are the two types under the DRs. First we shall understand what is depository receipt is all about. After that we shall get back to the ADR and GDR. Fine. See, a depository receipt, it is nothing but a negotiable financial instruments, and here who is going to issue? Bank is going to issue in order to represent a foreign companies which is like publicly traded as securities. With a deposited receipt, a custodian bank in the foreign currency, he holds the actual shares, often in form of an ADR, American depository receipts, which is listed and traded on exchanges based on the United States, or a global depository receipts, which is called as a GDR, which is traded is in established non-US markets, which is the London and the Singapore. So here, what happens with this deposit receipts is that, see, the deposit receipts of an Indian company which is trading on a foreign stock exchange. Other thing is that, see, a depository holders, they are the part of foreign holding in the company, but unlike the FDI, foreign direct investments, and the investors in the deposit receipts, they do not enjoy the voting rights as well. And the deposit receipt, of most Indian companies, they experienced a sharp fall due to the market downturn or the meltdown, right? So recently the deposit receipts have recovered, and they have trading turnovers have also improved. Here the deposit receipts, it have become popular because of the two way the flexibility is happening. That is no prior approval of SEBI's, their Securities Exchange Board of India, RBI, or government is required in order to issue the depository receipts. And there is no restrictions as such on the use of proceeds, like except the investment in a real estate and the stock markets. That's how the depository receipts are going to aid. So under depository receipts, you have the American depository receipts and the global depository receipts. All right, so there are certain bonds which talks about the foreign currency, that is convertible bonds, foreign currency exchangeable bonds as well. Now we shall understand what are the American depository receipts. See, these were introduced, by the JP Morgan during the year 1927, where the prices are in US dollar, right? So the return, that is a dividend, is in form of US dollar itself, and which is traded like shares of US based company. And the stock of the non-US companies can trade on the US financial markets as well. And it involves the banks, the depository bank and the investment the bank. And it always the areas, if you have to understand, it represents a fraction of a share, where it can be a single share, it can be the multiple shares of the foreign stock. Fine. So American depository receipt is basically, of course, a deposit receipt is a negotiable instrument, whereas under that ADR, it is a negotiable security. What it is going to do, it is going to represent the securities of non-US companies, and that which trade in the US financial markets, whereas other different which is not of US, they are going to come and trade over here. Fine. So the securities of a foreign company, that which represented by an ADR, is said to be the American depository receipts. Like example, Sony in Japan, what is going to happen in form of N, the per share, it is a 30,000, value of one share, it is 100 rupees. So 10 shares is equal to 1 ADR. So you are going to infuse the conversion fee also, 5% per share of other transaction, right? So that's a for each share you are going to deal with that, right? So you have something called there as unsponsored deposit receipt, a sponsored deposit receipt. What does unsponsored talk about? See, it is issued by one or more depositories, and which is based on the market demand. Again, the demand is, it is derived from the market, and over the counter market will be there will be no formal agreement as such. But when it comes to sponsored deposit receipts, one of the types, it is designated depository acting as the first transfer agency, and it can be a deposit agreement or a service contract where there will be the control over the facilities, right? And there is no restricted program as such. So that's how the things are going to work under the American deposit receipt. So how the things are going to work out here? See, to set up this, a file, a registration statement should be given, and how file with the 20F annually. What's the partial compliance with the gap is generally accepted accounting practices, where all these things are should be kept in mind before getting into the concept of this particular American deposit. Fine. So here what happens, investors is going to decide to invest in an non-US company. After that, he contacts the broker to make a purchase of the depository receipt. After that, banker purchase actually like ordinary shares to depository banks, custodian in the foreign country. After that, a broker, he converts the US dollar which is received from the investor into the foreign currency. That is obvious. And on the same day, shares are delivered to the bank. Which bank? The custodian bank. And the custodian, he notifies that he, in the sense, the bank, the depository bank, and the deposit receipts are issued and delivered to the broker. And Nerve Bank, it delivers the DR to the investors, and on that the investor is going to receive the dividends. So here the dividends are paid, and the custodian bank received it, and it is going to withhold any kind of the foreign taxes, and the custodian bank charges the currency into the US dollar, and then the custodian bank, it sends it to the depository bank, and at the end depository bank sends it to the investors, right? So it is all about ADR is flexible enough, where the ability to raise the capital is there, increase the awareness about the particular company is there. You can diversify your portfolios. Under your portfolio construction, you can keep your ADR and GDR as one of the portfolios, right? And so that this is how this is going to work. Now to talk about GDR, the second component, Global Depository Receipts. What does it talk about? See, it is a certificate, which is issued by a depository bank, where, which purchases the shares of a foreign companies, and it is going to deposit on the account, right? So here, a financial instrument, it can be used by the private markets in order to, of course, raise the capital, which is denominated in either of the US dollars or the euros as well. So what does it do? What does a GDR is meant to? See, it may be converted into number of shares, and GDR holders, those who hold the global deposit receipts, they again, they do not have the voting rights, and it has less exchange rate as compared to the foreign currencies loan, and they may cancel. See, under the GDR holders who hold it, they may cancel the receipt by advising depository, and it is listed and traded in the stock exchange, and this becomes one of the important aspects under this particular GDR. So this is all about the concept of depository receipts, and its two types. One is American depository receipts and the global depository receipts.